So with batch 2 underway, all of the SBCs from the dynamic duo to the little bit of the lovely mini release. Where's everybody fitting? Because I feel like they're still holding up their end of the bargain with some high rateds. I kind of wish they'd go for more 99s though, especially as centre back. I want to be able to make a 99 rated team, but the 99s we've got this week is Hansen and also our boy Pele. Unfortunately, there is nobody else, and there is only a set amount of 98s as well. I don't know if they've got something going on for the end of Futties. Maybe they just keep releasing cards until they just get to 99, but there just seems to be a very slow progression now from that 95 to 7 to 98 and 99.
If you're looking for coins to improve your team, head over to lootbar.gg for the most reliable and also the best coins around.
Also, they have incredible 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using JT11 to get 8% off coupon. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours, absolutely guaranteed. Also, with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below. But we do have the progression from a lot of cards, and to be honest, I do think a lot of these cards now will be coming down into more of the A tier because we've got a lot of the same. Like, we look at a target, I mean, he's going to be good, but I mean, is he as good as everybody else just purely on that 94 side? I don't think so, because these don't include any of the Festival of Foot cards, and even some Team of the Seasons, like Teo Hernandez's Team of the Season is better than most of the Footies in that left back role. There's obviously a few that are up there, but in general, you're not going to pick him over him, are you? So I would possibly now be like looking to come down with quite a few of these cards. I think El Shawari would come down. Solskjaer would definitely. I think Bremer could stay up there. I think he's still relatively decent. And maybe even Adeyemi at one more week. But I do think he'll come down very soon. When it comes to the top here, I'd probably bring Futura down one more. Marquez I quite like. Baresi, I think he's one more week because centre-back wise, we got a few, but I mean, nothing really crazy on centre-backs this time round. Like, we got Mascherano and Ledley King. Not really feeling them too much. Carvalho, very, very good. Do love him, but that's kind of about it. We haven't really got like a Ruben Diaz or like a Militao to really shake up that list. When we look at the top, Neymar's easily, Ramirez, yes, Schneider, Jarzinho. I don't think there's any arguments across the board. Maybe Reece James, but I think, again, with right backs, it's not as if we got a crazy list on the go anyway. When we look at what we got in the team, Diego Carlos was another one. When we look at the team in general, it's very heavy on heroes and icons this week. I don't know if that's something they are planning to do if we go to the new players as well, because for some reason, Footbin have managed to get like Sterling, who's not actually in packs yet. He should be the mini release. We obviously got Rolfo at a 98, who's going to be incredible in any position. St. Max, a lot of position change, a lot of team changes as well. Palhinha into his Bayern Munich card. We've got St. Max into Fenerbahce. If we do have a quick look at Rolfo, because in terms of in-games, just look at the stats. 98 centre mid. The stats are absolutely impeccable for her. Genuinely incredible. So she's an easy one going into that S+. I don't think there's any arguments there. Hansen obviously goes in there as well. And I think Pele puts himself in there. I think one that kind of comes up to question always is our man Georgie Best. I liked his Team of the Year. I thought it was a very good first SBC for a double playstyle plus, but he wasn't the most incredible card. I thought he was decent, and again, I think this one's the exact same. I think he's decent, but there's no wow factor. The stats are really high. We all love that, but everybody else has got the same as well. So unfortunately for him, I feel like he's going to go straight into the S category. It is very unfortunate, but I just don't think they've given him the greatest upgrade. When we look at one of the big SBCs from this week, it was Butra Gueno, 1.7 mil, 24 SBCs to complete. Technically take off 3 of them for the bronze, silver and loan card, but a great card again. 5-5, got himself the finesse shot, the quick step, the first touch, little bit of technical. Is an incredible striker. I've always been a big fan of Butra. I think he's one of them strikers that you can just easily get along with. A couple that were a bit disappointing. I think Fakir was very disappointing for his SBC. Didn't get the 5-5, only a 95 as well. When we look at the card in himself, we got a Team of the Season moments, or Team of the Season champions, that was you had to win in champions to be able to get it. 94. So he's only gone up a +1. Stats wise, very basic. I'm like, at this point, make him a 97. It's not as if Fakir's had that wow factor in him anyway, so why not give him the bigger upgrade? I think that's what we're missing here. Is some of the big cards are getting nice upgrades. We got a Neymar 99, fantastic. 97 Schneider, 98 Jarzinho and Best. But then we're looking along the lines and we're seeing still a 95 Ledley King. These are for the most part, gonna be the biggest upgrade or the highest rated card of that player all year. So why not now introduce a lot of 97s rather than just going for the 94s and 5s? Get them all up to 97, 98, 99. I don't see the difference at this point. Like, imagine having a 98 St. Max, a 99 Kondogbia. I don't know. Let me know down below what you think. I just think at this point, like a 95 Loftus-Cheek, I'm not really feeling. I'm not going to be doing, let's be real. Sorloth, I don't think it matters what rating he is. I think he could be 74 and he still would be incredible. What a card again. I honestly didn't expect him to get another SBC. He's got himself from the 92 to the 95. Again, you could argue with the fact the upgrade could be more, but he is a very meta striker in himself. The argument mainly works towards people that are not very metaful. He's an easily S+. As a cheap card, he would be the only one that's an honourable member up there. He's very, very good for the price that you're paying. So I don't think there's any issues there. Abile, unfortunately for her again, I honestly don't think she suits that right wing. I think the SBC itself is decent. The price isn't terrible, especially with this market, 240,000. But in terms of the card itself, we've got so many cards like it. Maybe I'm being harsh and I could go into the S, but I think really a centre mid version at a 96, 97 would have been better. I don't know if she played right wing. More than likely she did, but unfortunately she's not going to be on that list for me. We then kind of keep going. We've got Dybala up there, Batcher or Backer, however you pronounce the name. She again is kind of just another upgrade, 94 to 95. She is an easy objective to do. You've got to play 30 qualifiers or finals. There is no squad requirement, so everybody, if they're playing, should get that card. But again, Deadball plus on a left back, I'm not feeling. I think she's a great left back, but she is not going anywhere near that S+. Big Boy Benz, it's quite an easy one for me. I think he is fantastic in that big overall card upgrade. I loved the Ultimate Birthday one, managing to get the 5-4 or the 4-5. This is a beautiful upgrade for him, and definitely one that I was waiting for in maybe a Team of the Season moments, but I'm glad that it's came now. 748,000. Decent playstyle pluses. He's got the power header, the finesse, bit of trickster, which we can kind of deal with, but then he has got the quick step as well. Very, very nice card in itself. Looking at a few more of the kind of low tier, Scott, Target, not really going to do too much. Pickett now, not in there. Even Diego Carlos, I think he could kind of go next to Bremer, and they would be there for one more week, but then would kind of really be dropping down. I think Rodman comes into the S. I think she had a nice start to the career, but now a little bit less on that kind of top vibe, really. St. Max, I'd probably go the same, to be fair. I think he's a great card on the ball, but that's really it, to be honest. He is a premium as well, so good chemistry, so that's absolutely fine. Maxed out pace, maxed out dribbling. Could do with a bit more shooting, which I think is what everybody's going to go for. Could go with the Deadeye for the 95, 93. Does make him into a 97 winger. And I think a lot of people are going to go Marksman. What does Marksman give you? Or is it, oh, controlled. I mean, it max out as much as possible. If you're not looking for any passing, I suppose that's definitely not a bad thing to go for, to be fair to him. Looking at a few more, Kondogbia, I'd probably go at a very medium A+, very, very standard, if I'm being honest. We've obviously got Cantona. I think he's another great card. The dynamic takes you back the years. And genuinely looking at this card, like that's an old, well, technically a young Cantona, but an old time ago card. Look at that. 3.8, got the 5-5. Playstyle pluses could be better, but that's kind of what we're aiming to expect now. 3.8 million as well. Another one that I think is really, really nice is Van Nistelrooy. Another really good upgrade for him. He's got himself the Rapid. The only thing he's missing is a Finesse Shot Plus, which is kind of that deal breaker in a striker, but for 57,000 coins, I mean, I'd absolutely take it. Nearly maxed out pace, dribbling's very good, shooting's up there, physicality's decent. It's a very, very good cheap card for a striker. Lewandowski would definitely be the same. Another one that unfortunately didn't get that Finesse Shot Plus, but he did get the Rapid. Very much like the Haaland, he's the bigger build. He's got himself that pace, he's got himself the shooting. Now it's kind of adding them extra little hints of playstyle pluses to him. The aerial plus, we know, is broken. Cheeky Travella, lovely little power shot. It was only the finesse that would have really made this card that next level, because he's 5'5" already. A very good overall card. So for me, I do think Lowry could have been in that S+, but when I'm thinking of the strikers we've got there already, I don't think he's quite up there. We look through the rest. Donovan, very standard. Unfortunately for him, he's not really going to go too many places. Dybala I really like, to be honest. I think as an SBC, he doesn't come in crazy expensive, which is nice. He's 97 rated, finesse, technical, pinged, and also flair. He's going to suit that cam role absolutely down to the ground, whereas normally he's kind of in that centre-forward striker role. I know he's had a few right wings in the game, or has he had just one? He's had one right wing in the game for his player of the month, but he's normally on the back end of being that striker, and I don't think he suits that role. I think as a cam, he's definitely up there. He's got himself the 5'5" as well. I'd kind of put him in that sort of Schneider role. He's obviously a little bit smaller. Well, I say smaller. He's 5'10", but in game, compared to some of the 6-foot giants we've got, he seems a lot smaller, but the ball control is absolutely on him for that. So, beautiful, beautiful card. Marquisio, not at the same power this year. I think he's always been that one step behind with an upgrade, whereas I think last year he was one step in front, which I think really helped him. So, and unfortunately for him, he is a nice objective card, but you've got to play with a team of the season team, so unfortunately you've got to grind that out. But it's a very good centre mid. I think he's got good playstyle pluses. Across the board, he looks nice. But like I said, I think compared to when we saw him with his World Cup, I felt like that card was very, very good into the Trophy Titans. And then, like we should get, a 98 Marquisio. Why are we only getting 96? So that's my personal thing for it. JJ, going to go into that S. Carnu, unfortunately, is still just not there. I think he's going to get the luxury of being maybe that bigger striker. Got the nice upgrade, but he is definitely going down there eventually. Finally, getting a Bide Pele one as well. Pele has just not had the upgrades. He managed to get one during the Champions League, and that's it. He's managed to go from a 90 to a 97. Very nice upgrade, but again, a little bit too late in my opinion. He's going to be good in that cam role, but we've already got so many high-end cards there. I think he would go sitting into that S and just behind Dybala, but again, it could be another way around. Some people could really like him and maybe not like Dybala as much. Very good upgrade for a left-back as well. Bon Pastor. Beautiful upgrade, especially when we did get the 93 going into the 96 as well. You obviously had the Futties Duo, you had the Futties Superhero, and now we've got ourselves a very nice upgrade here. Anticipate, Press Proven, Incisive, and Relentless. So, not necessarily the number one left-back playstyle pluses, but we absolutely take it. She's got a big upgrade on her, and I think she's definitely suited into that left-back role. So an easy S for me here. Same with Carvalho, one that's not out as well, because Sterling Carvalho are going to come as the mini releases, but I know full well what Carvalho is going to be like. He's got the Anticipate, Aerial, Acrobatic, it's fair enough, but in terms of the card, he's going to be very solid like Marquez. He's going to be a little bit better in my opinion, but he's going to sit in that very comfortable S role. Sterling, again, I think he's just one of them ones that if he's not 98, 99, is not really going to be utilised, let's be real. Like, he's got the playstyle pluses to some extent, but again, nothing crazy. Press Proven, Technical, Quick Step, Trickster. There's nothing wow factor here. He's going to be just a very fast winger. He's going to go forward, and that's really going to be about it, to be honest. Palhinha could be an interesting one. I think for him, the change into Bayern as well is going to be quite nice. Everyone's going to get him as an objective card, which is good. And to be honest, as a DM, he's going to put himself in that category. He's going to really kind of put himself in the mix of some of the better cards. Obviously, people are going for the Shadow just to max out as much pace. 98 on the defending makes him a 97 overall CDM from a free card. I mean, that really kind of screams an easy S, potentially as a CDM if you're being very lenient, into maybe an S+, but he's got to go up against the likes of Vieira and a 98 Camavinga. I don't know if he's quite up there, but he's definitely in a good category. We have Ledley King. He's easily going to be in the A+, pretty much like the rest of the heroes. Very standard, nothing crazy. Will eventually drop down to the bottom tier. And Mascherano, again, they keep doing this. They keep teasing me with a CDM and then dropping him back into the centre-back. Just give him a CDM card, because that is what we wanted. He obviously got that last year with his lovely shapeshifter. I was really hoping for it here, because we got centre-back, CDM, centre-back. Give me another CDM, because we've already got a centre-back that's 95, literally less than a month ago. We needed the CDM coming back, kind of ramp up that shooting a little bit more, make him into a midfielder. Again, I don't know why they didn't, but a nice card. He's decent enough. He's definitely going to be CDM in my opinion. I don't think he suits into that centre-back. So he, unfortunately, as a centre-back, is going to go drop down a little bit. No real centre-back qualities there. Like, we've got the slide tackle at a minimum, maybe a block, but long ball and pinged pass, they were making a CDM. So make him into a CDM. But that's going to be the list. Let me know down below how you get on with it, and have you packed any of the big boys yet? Peace.